Hi friends, it's Matthew Running Wolf Steelmiller here. We're doing a quick intuitive reading here with the Stone Nation as I sit with my brother on our stone table here. Now we have some pre-pulled cards to decide which pile intuitively you would feel called towards. So I'll give you a moment here if you would like to take a look. We have the first pile would be Weight of the World, second would be Inner Earth, and third would be Child of the Cosmos. Now it's just a 3-card pull for each pile with a card to give us clarity, an oracle card as well to give us clarity on the end of the read here. So we're just going to do, first card is the past energies that's surrounding you and your auric field. The second card will be present energies that's surrounding you and what you should be working through currently. And third card would be future energies and anything your future self would like to let you know. So thank you for tuning in and wishing you blessings today on this beautiful Monday. Here in the States, it is celebrated as Memorial Day, so we would like to send a great many thanks to our ancestors, to all of those who have walked before us, 7 generations and beyond, and we would ask for the wisdom and joy and blessing of those that will walk beyond us, 7 generations and beyond, to be here with us in this reading today. Now, hold my thought. We'll do a quick opening space, and then we'll go ahead and get into it. Call to the east, the rising sun in the east. We ask for your new birthing energy to wash down upon us, rays of sunlight, to help us as our DNA would expand and evolve, help us to grow into those versions of ourselves that you would see most fit, Great Spirit. We would ask that the eagle and the condor would fly together in the hearts of all beings, in all timelines and dimensions and universes, that we would merge the masculine and feminine, that we would find balance and harmony, that we would find truth and peace within ourselves. Oh, my Takiyasin. Oh, my Takiyasin. Oh. Call on the south, and the earth in the south. We call on our family ties, our family matters. We call on the turtle. Call on you, Amadu. We would ask that you would wrap your coils of light around us as we shed our skin, as you would shed your skin, so that you would help us to shed our old ways that no longer serve us, the patterns of self-destruction, of self-hatred, of unworthiness within our own consciousness, that we may be true, and we may find love within ourselves, that we may work on our family matters with earnest truth and honesty, and that we would find within our hearts to heal any traumas that are residual and remaining within us. Oh, Matakiyasin. Gracias, Pachamama. Gracias. Thank you, Spirit Mother. We call on the west, and the moon in the west. We call on the emotions as we deep dive within the cave of ourself, in that void from which all things have been born. We ask the bear to be with us as we go into this deep form of hibernation within ourselves, within our soul, that we may find ourselves anew. Oh, Matakiyasin. Oh, we would call on you, Jaguar. Hampi Otrango. Hampi. We ask that you would be with us, brother, sister, Panthers, as we go into the darkness of our deepest emotions and face our fears and traumas, that we may heal and be born anew, as you have born all of the universe into existence from the space within yourself. Oh, Matakiyasin. Thank you, Great Mother. Gracias. Thank you, Mother. We call on the north. and the winds in the north. We call on the ancestors. We call on all of the tribal leaders, the medicine men and women across the ages. We call on the archangels. We call on you, Michael. We would ask that you help us as we cut these ties to the old versions of ourselves, that we may walk in truth and freedom and openness. We would ask that all of the saints, the great mothers and fathers, the grandmothers and grandfathers who have walked before us would join us, that they would bring their wisdom, their joy, their peace, their understanding, their truth, their grace here to this medicine. Oh, Matakiyasin, oh, Matakiyasin, oh, Matakiyasin. We call on all the high vibrational beings, the Lyrans, Palladians, Syrians, oh, call on the dragon tribes, oh. We would ask that you all join us. We thank you. We would ask that you, Great Spirit, join us here today for this medicine. That you would help us as we fly to ever greater heights with you. Wingtip to wingtip. As we become our highest vibration, our highest timeline, our truest version of ourselves, that we may know ourselves once again as the sacredness, the truth, the divinity that's within all things, all beings. Oh, Matakiyasin, oh. Okay, so here we have weight of the world. Boundaries. Let it go. It's not yours to carry. Now here I see that it's a representation of the divine feminine within each of us, the yin energy, that receiving energy. And it's as though there's been blockages within each of us in our own ways, with receiving that love, that grace, that wisdom from the universe, almost in a sense of unworthiness. And I'm feeling guided that the great mother of the universe, the universal energy, is asking us to let go of these feelings and to trust ourselves in truth, that we are worthy, that we are enough, that we always have been, and we always will be. And the first card we have for the past energies here is Strength. And this gives me the feeling that you have had to be very strong in the past, that there's been a lot of traumas, a lot of struggles, a lot of hardship, that you've had to put on that lion mask and stand strong. That you've had to carry a lot that you may have felt was unfair, or that you had been forsaken in some way. Second card here would be the current energy that you're working through, that you're in now. That would be the Magician. And in this, I feel that you have been transmuting these traumas, these hardships, these struggles, and finding yourself and your ability to alchemize this in the current time. And I see this Magician holding up what looks like a candle burning on both ends. And that gives me the intuition that you are using all of those hardships and those struggles and the things that we've been through. And you have been burning things at both ends, but that through this transmutation of that energy, you have found the magic within yourself. So I ask you to continue on with your work that you're doing now, this great work, and trust yourself that you're on the right path. And finally, in the future here, we have the Queen of Pentacles. That what your future self would like to let you know. She's sitting here on her throne with a great pinnacle in her hand, and it looks as though she's sitting up above a small town here, very serene, peaceful, as though all the work is done, as though the goal has been completed. And she looks thankful, but also a bit sad, as though she may not have enjoyed the journey as much as she wished she had. It's just the feeling that I get from this card. So your future self is asking you to enjoy the journey. It's not the destination. You know, there's so many times that we tell ourselves we're going to be happy once this is done, or once we get this done, or once we arrive to this level of achievement. I think your future self is asking you to be happy now, and that there's nothing to worry about. You're going to receive all that you've wanted to. A clarifying card here is, what do you feel? Apples or oranges? This gives me the intuition that there's no wrong choice in whichever direction you'd like to go. That they're both beautiful, colorful, divine in their own way, and that they're both leading you here, back home, to yourself. It's just about enjoying the journey. So, walk with love in your heart and peace in your mind, friends. And trust yourself that you're on the right path. Here we have pile number 2. And it is Inner Earth. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. So on this pile, I'm feeling intuitively that there is a great winds of change swirling around you, that there is something on the horizon that's very big, almost like a storm of blessings coming in, and it's going to be through your own innovation, your own truth, that you're going to find these blessings. And you'll be all the more grateful for it, that it wasn't handed to you, that it wasn't given to you, that you worked through this and you found the new beginnings, the new solutions within yourself. So first, I'd like to pull the past energy that we're working with, the energy that you have been dealing with, or yourself had been dealing with in the past here. And that would be the 6 of Cups. Now, intuitively, I feel that there has been a relationship in your life that's going well, but it hasn't been exactly pristine, and that there has been a lot of work that you've had to work through. I see that there's 4 cups here on the ground as you hold 1 cup, and there's 1 cup behind you, all of which are holding star flowers inside. There is a home and a castle, which looks like there's a material security. There's plenty of cups around here. And you are handing a cup over to the person that you're dealing with. Now, it is the masculine energy that is handing over a cup to the feminine energy. Now, this isn't necessarily gender. We're just talking about the polarity, the positive or negative, the yin-yang energies of the universe. There can be masculine in the female, it can be feminine energies that are strong within the male, so it's not really that deterministic on anything. It's just the energies here. Feels like there has been a working, a fixing to hold this energy together, almost a stressed energy, as though something hasn't clicked entirely correctly. Moving on to the current energy, what your current self or what the current energies around you are trying to let you know. Here we have the Nine of Cups. So here I see a masculine figure, and I feel a lot of masculine energy in this one, who's sitting arms crossed in a very proud stance, almost very jolly and giddy, as though the masculine, the sense of direction within you, is riding its ships right now. There is wind in your sails, and you're moving in the direction that's going to find you peace. And I see that behind you, you have all 9 cups stacked up on a shelf up above you high, as though you're honoring all of that you have gone through and all that you have received, and that you're open to receiving whatever the universe brings to you. That sounds very beautiful. And moving forward finally to the future energy, we have the Three of Wands. And I see you standing here on a cliff overlooking a sea with many ships out in the sea. And there's almost a longing I feel here to travel to new lands, to find something new within yourself. And I think that's what your future self is telling you, that there is new chapters to be written in this story. And I think that that's how you get to that 10 of Pentacles, to that 10 of Cups, and receiving everything it is that you want in this life. And then for a clarifying card here, we have Going Beyond Normal with a golden light bulb. This tells me that you have the idea already within you. Too often, we get lost in our thoughts, in the storms of our mind. And on here we have a feminine energy. And I think that this clarifying energy is telling you that through your feminine, through your ability to receive that information, through the silence, you will find that bright idea and become part of that universal clock, that kaleidoscope of infinity, and it will lead you to that fulfillment that your soul is calling for. Finally, here we have the third pile. We're going to start with the Child of the Cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. With this card, I am feeling guided that your soul family, your soul tribe, your ancestors, your galactic family is calling out to you. They're trying to send you information and guidance, and they're asking that you would fall into a deep meditation, into the everything, and allow yourself to be, just to be. So often we're human doing instead of being a human being. And I think that the universe is asking you to just be and allow that universal intelligence to flow into you and through you. Now, first card would be your past energies here, and the energies around you in the recent past. So here we have the Four of Swords. Okay. Now with this card, I feel that there has been a lot of sharp energy in the past here. That you almost feel that you have a bunch of swords that could fall on you at any time, that you're laying and trying to be calm and patient, but that you feel that at any moment the swords around you could fall, and that it's been stressful and difficult and tense. But I also feel that what you don't see is there's a sword here right beside you that you could use to cut through that tense energy, those ties that have been holding you down in that slumber. And I believe that that's the energy that you have moved through, or have recently moved through. Currently, the energy in this around you and surrounding you would be the Hierophant. So I feel that you've been doing a deep dive in your own spirituality, in your own truth, in your own conscious awareness, and really finding clarity there. And what I see here is a Hierophant is almost holding up a hand in like a spell casting, but also like I've got this, like I've got an idea here, and I'm going to share it. And I think that that's kind of the key here with the current energies, is you being okay with sharing your truth, your deepest truth, without having a mask. And that's how you're going to get your spiritual crown here, multi-layer crown, multi-dimensional spiritual crown. That's how you get these keys to unlock all the doors that you are looking for. And in the future energies, we have the Nine of Swords. This looks like sleepless nights, trauma, pain, all these things resurfacing. And I believe that this is your future self telling you that if you don't follow and continue on this spiritual Hierophant path, that this is what you're going to receive. That they are imploring you to trust yourself and continue on your action now, not to revert back to old ways, old energies, not to revert back to these swords that are in your past. Because if you do, they're going to multiply. So we would ask for clarity here. The Oracle card. Spirals of manifestation. I think that this is saying that we continually have to reassess our ideas, our sense of ourself, our healing from new layers, that it's never completely healed and never done, and that it's asking you to have grace with these layers, with these healings, with these parts of yourself, and to not let them pull you back into self-doubt, into shame or guilt, to use these, to alchemize these different areas that are still there, residual healing that needs to be done, and to use that to find your spiritual truth. Do not let that allow you to revert back into that energy of the Nine of Swords that will not take you to where you want to be, that will keep you stuck, that will keep you on this never-ending loop of dense energy. So your future self is asking you to please trust in yourself, your spirituality, continue your healing work, and allow that healing to push you into the manifestations of your heart's truest desire. Thank you so much. Wishing you all a wonderful Memorial Day. Signing out. Your brother in love and holy grace. Aho Mata Kriyasan.